Rachel, I want to ask you about what this message sends to girls. Girls considering careers in law, especially because this is a male-dominated field. What do you have to say about that?
It's telling them that there are jobs that they can and can't have, and that there are jobs that society says they can do and they can't do. And I think Marie Henein herself put it best. She was asked in an interview right before her book was released, that people say that you betrayed your gender, you betrayed your sex when you defended Jian Ghomeshi. And she responded and said, nobody would ever dare say that to a man in any kind of circumstance. And it's true. And it's not a betrayal of anyone's gender. It has nothing to do with females or feminism. It has to do with believing in the justice system, with believing in the rights that we're afforded in our system. I think also that people also completely disregard or forget the actual decision in the Ghomeshi case and what happened there and the evidence there. And that was that there was evidence that these different complainants were colluding. And they denied it and they lied about it. They lied multiple times on the stand. So people forget that as well, but it's a horrible message. And for the Toronto District School Board to be endorsing sexism, very upsetting.
So Rachel, how would you say that we make a career path to criminal defense law more accessible to women? If we want more women to have the ability to pursue that path, how do we make that possible?
I think, first of all, stop demonizing women for doing their job. Stop saying that women can't do certain things. But I think that just educating the general public, and of course our students that are really our future, educating them on what it means to be a defense lawyer and the importance of that role within society is, of course, going to attract people, and including females, to the profession, because it's an amazing thing to be a part of.
Now, Trevin, you practice criminal law. You're a man, but I know that you have female partners, female lawyers that you work with. Do you think that there is a difference between how male and female criminal defense lawyers are treated?
I think that is something, ultimately, criminal defense law or law still reflects society. And we have to recognize that there are double standards. And when Rachel talks about the questions that are asked of Marie, that's a very real problem that that women have to deal with on a daily basis. And so I think that, to kind of go back to that question about what we can do to amplify that, is amplifying someone like Marie's experience and having her come and talk about this shows women not only that they can belong in professions that they might not otherwise think that they belong in, but also that they can fundamentally be themselves and excel in a way that perhaps no one else can. Marie can do things because of who she is and her personality that perhaps I as a man might not be able to do. And she has a unique strength, and that's what makes her such an excellent defense lawyer. So I think that that's something that also needs to be taken into account, and why it becomes even more important to have more women in the defense bar and in law in general.
Omar, I want to get your take on all of this, on what Rachel and Trevin have said, and if you think sexism played a part in this decision by TDSB.
I think Marie Henein is just a great lawyer. She's widely respected by her peers, the entire profession. She's just very, very good at what she does. And she got there through hard work. I think that's a story that does need to be told to young girls, but to young boys, and quite frankly, to everybody. Having spent most of my childhood in the TDSB, I can say that being a lawyer, aspiring to be a lawyer, really was not something that was cultivated in any way. And so I think, if anything, we need to have more of those perspectives with our education system, rather than try to censor or remove those types of role models from interacting with students directly.
Yeah, Trevin, what role do you think that public education and the TDSB has in teaching students about the role of lawyers in the system? Just about 30 seconds.
And I think I'll say we don't need the critiques or questions about the role of defense lawyers are important. We don't need a round of applause to be considered heroes. But I think just understanding the role that we play and the value that we provide, and having those discussions is part of something that is very important in helping enhance public understanding of that. And I think that's something that we don't defend the crime, or we defend the presumption of innocence, is really something that needs to be reinforced more and more.